Hello and welcome to another episode of What Makes This Bike Great. Today we're talking about the wonderful MV Agusta F4000 with my old mate Brendan Flanagan.
How are you doing, Neevesy? How are you?
Now we've seen you before, haven't we, on a previous video with your Honda CBX.
Yep.
Obviously like a nice tune from a bike.
yeah, just that little bit different.
Exactly, yeah. And you haven't been well lately, have you? But
no, I had, while after we'd done the CBX thing, I found out I had cancer. Just started in my tongue. And but they caught it early and done the treatment, and it's gone now.
On the road to recovery.
It's just voice and throat thing at the moment, a bit sore, but other than that, perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you back. It's nice to see the bike. Yeah. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the history of the bike later on, but what I'm really interested in is your time with this bike, because you've had it from new, haven't you?
Yeah, bought it new 2006 in Ireland. It's actually my second one. I had bought one in 2005. There was a dealership, I was still in Ireland at the time, there was a dealership in Newry up in the north of Ireland. So I bought one off him, and it was the 1+1.
Yeah.
And it was all he could get, and I just wanted
the two-seater.
The two-seater, yeah. So it was all he had or could get, like, and because I wanted it, I bought it and then regretted it, like, because I always wanted a single one to Monaco. So he didn't want to trade it in. He wasn't going too well selling them in Ireland, like. So I contacted Three Cross Motorcycles down in Dorset. Yeah. And we done a deal over the phone, sent them some pictures. So in 2006, put the other one in a van, went over and bought this off them.
Fantastic. And why did you go for an MV and not, because these are the days, 2004 when this came out, I rode it at the launch, but you know, these are the days where the Japanese superbikes were at their most successful, their most popular, the ZX10, Fireblade, GSX-R, R1, so why an MV?
I had bought in Ireland, in 99 I bought a new R1, and then in 2002 I bought a new R1. Right. Off the same dealer, and then in 2005 I asked him to get me one that only came out, I think it was in grey at the time, but it only came out in the States. So I asked him to get me one, paid him a deposit and waited a while, and then when the bike came in he sold it to someone else. So I had the money to pay for that in cash because I'd sold the previous one, the 2002. I put the rest of the money together, so I had the price of the new R1 in cash. Always wanted one of these, and I thought, you know what, I'm buying an MV. Found a dealer up in Newry, went up the following weekend, rode his one, and rang the bank the following Monday and bought it the weekend after. So that's how it actually came about. I've always wanted one, never thought I would, and that's what kind of pushed me to go for it. Like.
Yeah. How much were these back in the day?
For me to buy that, back in the day, change it to euros and clear it in Ireland cost me 22 grand.
Wow.
That's euros, 22,000 euros.
Okay.
But
still a lot.
It's still a lot, like, but there was a lot of that as VRT into Ireland, just, you know, so.
And how much would an R1 have been back then?
I think I was getting, the R1
7,
was, it was more, it was in euros again, you see.
Okay.
It was, I don't know, 10, 12, something like that. I'm not exactly sure actually, but it was something about 10 or 12.
So a fair chunk more than a Japanese superbike.
A lot, I doubled, you know, I had to nearly borrow the price of an R1 on top of the money for the R1 to buy this.
So you've had it all this time. How many miles have you done on it?
Well, that's a question. The original engine blew it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was racing a mate of mine at home, James Maher, you owe me an engine.
On the road?
Yeah, he's on a Hayabusa.
Wow.
We were yeah. Anyway, we were tramping along.
Yeah, probably revved it too much in first on the
Yeah, that
motorway.
was what happened, yeah. And yeah, big end bearing on the number 1 cylinder let go.
Oh,
or
wow.
number 4, sorry.
Yeah.
And it just destroyed the engine, like, destroyed it, like, but. So that was in 2008 or 9, I think. So it was just parked up then because getting an engine for one was impossible. So when I moved over here then, the bike was still in Ireland, but I started looking kind of straight away then. And pretty quickly found a guy in Coventry who had an engine, but it's the 312R.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still the 998cc, it's not the RR, say. But so I bought engine, loom, fuel injection system off him because I needed everything. You know, the looms were slightly different and the fuel injection system was different.
Yeah.
ECU, everything, and the dash. So I had to change the dash as well.
Okay.
So the mileage, I've probably only had about 4,000 miles maybe on the original engine. This engine had 6,000 on it when I got it, so there's probably 10 on it now, like.
Right.
That's about the size of it, I would imagine, but I can't verify any of that, like.
You used it a fair bit then?
Yeah, it was always out, like. I mean, it rode a lot to rallies, road race meetings in Ireland, a lot of, Skerries and all these places.
Yeah.
So here, I changed the engine here, loom, all that, like, and it's not looked back since, really. Better engine. The first engine, I'm told, I'm not sure, but the first engine, I'm told, was just a 750 with a board and stroke. Top end, like.
Yeah.
And the cranks, the oil feed wasn't good enough for the bigger power of the 1000. That's what I'm told. I haven't read that anywhere, but the guy that actually bought that engine off taught me that, and he seemed to know his stuff. Like.
Yeah.
But that engine has been, I've used that for a couple of years as a track bike, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I put track fairings on it.
Oh, wow.
Actually, the last day it was out, I fell off it at Agustini's in
Snetterton.
in Snetterton, yeah.
Wow, that's quite fitting, isn't it?
Yeah. Luckily enough, I had race fairings on it, so they went in the bin, and that was the end of the track days, like, because I thought I'm going to wreck it, like.
Yeah.
So, but it's done a good few track days, and it's done 5 or 6 meetings at Run What You Brungs at Centre Pod as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's had it's been ridden.
So what kind of speed would you do the quarter mile in on this?
Quarter mile, the best I done, and that's me riding it, is 10.2, I think, 10
Really?
point something at 141 mile an hour.
That's quick.
Yeah, and as I say, somebody better on it would be better, like.
Wow.
But see, that engine is obviously way better than the S, but it's also had a Microtech ECU fitted.
Right.
A guy I contacted, Chris, it was his name, from X Bikes in Cambridge somewhere. I think they're gone now, actually, which is a pity. But I spoke to him about trying to get rid of the notchy on-off thing that they have a tick over, like. And he said, you'll not get rid of it. I was suggested a power commander or something. So he suggested this Microtech to me. And like, it was 1,200 quid or something fitted and, done on the rolling road properly.
Yeah.
So he said, right, it's a lot of money, but he said, if you're not happy with it, I'll take it back and I won't charge you.
Oh, wow.
So fair enough.
Yeah.
But it transformed the bike, just a completely different thing.
Yeah, they were a little bit angry on the throttle,
the
original
Yeah, they were
ones.
terrible in town, like.
Yeah, exactly.
That seems to have sorted it all, like. I mean, I haven't done, I got when I was still in Ireland, I got an Olin spring, put that in the shock. That softened it a bit.
Yeah, because they're quite stiff as
They're
standard.
very,
And it's the actual chassis more than the suspension. The chassis is very stiff. You've got real 50mm diameter forks, which are like scaffold poles.
Yeah.
It was all about stiff. I just remember, riding these at the time, and it was almost like the MV test riders had 2 speeds, absolutely flat out, or sipping a coffee somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So they were very uncompromising compared to, the Japanese superbikes of the day, and they felt like a race bike,
Yeah, they're very racy like that, yeah.
Quite difficult to ride as a result because they don't give you a lot of feedback, and that mid corner picking up a closed throttle is quite snatchy, but full of drama.
Yeah.
Absolutely full
They're
of drama.
very, like, I mean, imagine even from men that's your height, like, you're just so cramped in them. Because I am, and I'm small, like, but even my wrists, like anything under 60, 70 mile an hour, it's small, like, and you're clamping, you're trying to use your legs against the tank to hold yourself back.
And you're wedged right in quite a small seat as well, I remember. If you've got quite a big touche, then you're going to be...
Yeah,
exactly. So what else have you... So you've always got different engine, different ECU and wiring, different shock spring, exhaust?
Exhaust is Bodis.
Right.
Bodis exhaust.
Is that full system?
No, just we'd say your downpipes and collectors.
Right, so no cat on this. No, they wouldn't have been anyway, would they?
There wasn't anyway, no. So it was just a bolt and play thing. Extremely loud, extremely loud.
Well, you like loud bikes, don't you?
Yeah, I had, its first track day with that on it, like, failed miserably, like.
Did it?
Yeah, so I had to buy, luckily enough, it was at Brands Hatch. And luckily enough, there was a guy there, I was able to buy 4 DB killers, like.
Yeah?
But we had to stuff them with wadding, like, and I mean stuff them with wadding just to get it anywhere near it, so they're very loud, but they weigh, like, if you leave them down, you nearly want to put something on them to stop them floating away. Like titanium. They're beautiful bits of
thing. I mean, you've got 2 of the best sounding bikes ever made, arguably, your CBX and this.
They're up there, I suppose,
And definitely one of the most beautiful. I mean, this is a Tamburini design, isn't it? The guy who designed the 916, you can see a lot of the styling cues.
Yeah.
I think Adrian Morton, who's another famous designer, a Brit, was involved in it as well. I mean, it's cool. Is that what kind of drew you to this, the styling?
Yeah, very much so. I also read. I mean, I think everything should be read. So that drew me to it as well. Like, it's just the styling. I was just saying, the first time I saw one, obviously, was in the 750. They came out in '99, wasn't it? Yeah. Do you know, the minute I saw it, it just stood out for me. It was like the 916 when that arrived on the scene, wasn't it? It was just, my God, like. Yeah. You know? So that was the same for me, like.
But the 750s never quite had the oomph, did they?
No.
And this kind of addressed that. When we were lucky enough to, you know, when I first started MCN, we used to visit the MV factory quite a lot and ride a lot of the bikes from the factory in Varese into Switzerland, you know, around the beautiful lakes. There's a press officer there at the time called Daniele Torrazan, and he used to take us out on these rides, and we rode one of the first Brutalis as well there. Wow. And those 750s were just incredible compared to anything at the time. And then when the 1000 came out, I remember thinking, well, this is going to kind of take over the world. But for whatever reason, it didn't, because, you know, MV have always got quite a habit of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. You know, in terms of everything from, you know, like, it'd be almost impossible. The original was a 2004 bike, but then you don't see many 2004 bikes because maybe they didn't arrive at the dealers in 2005, and they're all a little bit kind of wishy-washy like that. But and I think the original was probably one of the best, because they evolved it over the years with a bigger engine and more power. Then it went ride-by-wire throttle. But I think there's something very special about this original one. It looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
they're just a lovely thing. I mean, there's little things on it that, like, to take the fairing off the thing, you've got what, 6 or 7 Zeus fasteners, belly pans off. 4 more either side, the 2 side panels are off, and 2 5mm Allen keys, and the whole front's gone to fairing. Do you know, they're holding on the actual stays and the mirrors, the indicators. The whole thing just pulls away. You've got the whole fairing off in minutes.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Even to change, we'll say the master cylinders, they're Nissan, but they're made bespoke for this, because they shaped them so that when you're down you can see all the clock. So they're shaped in such a way that they're out of the way of the clocks. And to take that off, either of the master cylinders and the lever, is just 1 5mm Allen key, and the other side's on a hinge. So you just open the bolt, it hinges away. You pull it all, there's no pulling switches off or anything. No. And it's full of stuff, little things like that, like.
And like the quick release front wheel spindle.
Just
that's a lovely thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Once you've got that up, you open your 5, lift it up, take off your calipers, wheels off.
Brilliant. What are your other favourite details on it? I mean, you got some carbon. Was that standard?
No.
Carbon hugger, carbon key surround.
The key surround is original.
Yeah, that's not actually carbon, is it?
No,
plastic,
that's original. Like, I kind of prefer the original stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why that carbon thing's on there, because I would imagine there's a reason I put it there, because I preferred that to be a bit more standard. The only reason that fuel cap thing is on it is the original one, the spring broke on it. So when you're riding along, you could just hear the cap, the little key thing vibrating, like. So, and it's impossible to get at and forward them now, like.
Yeah.
I broke the clutch lever in Snetterton that time, and because it was off the road for so long then, I've only recently got it all back together. I took it all apart, cleaned it up and all that. The only levers that I can find original in eBay at the moment is 200 quid for a clutch lever, because they just can't be got.
And they've got that nice little adjuster on them, haven't they?
Yeah, and they're bespoke to this thing as well, like, so you can't get them.
So this spent a good few years kind of up on blocks in kind of disrepair for a while, is that right?
Yeah, I crashed it in, I think 2003. I'm pretty sure it was 2003, so it's a year and a half since it fell off Snetterton, but it was also on blocks, as you say, while the engine was out, or the engine blew up, and that was probably for 3 years.
So how long, so you've recently got it back on the road, so how long was it just sat in your garage for?
As in fixed, like? I
Not
mean,
fixed?
Oh, not fixed. It was there for, I mean, I had it down in probably 3 years, probably.
Right.
Yeah, it was, definitely at least 3 years off the road, like.
And more recently you've made it into
the
beauty that it is now.
Yeah, the wheels obviously are not standard either.
Yeah, because they had silver wheels as standard, I think.
Yeah,
did
they
it?
had silver, they're alloy, they're the magnesium, I think
are
they're
they?
off the RR. They're Brembo magnesium wheels. I can't remember even where I got them now, like, but they're just light things as well. So.
It's got all the bits, isn't it? Super coursers on it, light wheels, fantastic brakes, great engine. And what are they, about 160, 165 bhp?
That thing is 167 at the back wheel.
Well, you've had it dynoed.
Because I've had it dynoed when he put the ECU on it.
Okay, that's pretty healthy, isn't it?
Yeah, they claim that our engine, they're claiming 182, I think.
Yeah.
Crank.
Yeah.
I think the RR was 195 or something.
And when you were working on it, all the components, nice, good quality and easy to work on?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a nice thing. Everything, as I say, that thing it's nearly 20 years old.
Yeah.
It gave the first, 3 years, say, on the road in Ireland. So, and in Ireland, if you didn't ride in the wet, you don't ride at all, like, because it's always raining. So that has seen winters and summers on the road.
Wow.
You know, but it still looks like this, and it's it's been used.
Yeah. And what have been your best moments of riding it?
Oh God, don't know.
Just enjoying it, just looking at it, and
I mean, the track days were brilliant on it, because it's brilliant on the track.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it's built for, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first time ever getting tyres to do.
Oh, frazzled on the edges.
Frazzled on the edges.
Yeah,
The first time getting my knee down was on that thing.
Right.
So it's had a lot of it.
Wow.
First that you never
So
done.
definitely not a garage queen. You used it properly.
No, it's been used. Yeah, it's got, like, I mean, you can see the gear change peg is bent still.
Yeah.
You know, the lever I've repaired, because it was only the end, like, but you'll see when you ride it, it's a little bit bent, like,
Yeah.
It's definitely not a garage queen, like, but it still looks okay for its
Absolutely.
age and what it's been through.
Is it a keeper?
Oh yeah. I mean, what they're making now isn't a life-changing money anyway.
No.
And especially with that now, with so many changes done to it, I'd say anybody who wants one of those now, because they're getting in for 20 years old, they're probably going to want it original.
Yeah.
Whereas that's, like, not, and it's never going to be, like.
So are they a good buy? Is anything for people to look out for?
That's never given me any grief. As I said, the only thing was the engine.
Yeah.
That snatchy thing with the ECU, but I mean, that's a fixable thing.
Yeah.
It's just a thing
exactly.
with them. But it's only down in low revs. I mean, they're a nightmare around town.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. I
and
remember
even
that.
with that ECU, and it's better, it's still a nightmare around town because your two wrists are broken after it. But other than that, nothing springs to mind. I've done nothing else to it. I mean, the engine was a big thing, obviously, but it was pretty much my own fault, but it's given me no grief. The hub in the back of it, they were an issue with the fact when you torque them up, because it's huge torque. I think it's 240 Newton meters or something at the bolts, or is that the nut? But anyway, the hubs, when you torque up the two bolts to hold the hub, it was squeezing the original hubs too much, and then it was running the bearings inside. So I was on my second hub, so I started looking into this thing, and I got a guy in Ireland who CNC machine to make me a hub. So he made it with thicker walls and also more gusset plates on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's never been an issue since.
Oh, wow.
But it was an issue with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to be, most people are buying them and just looking at them and going for Sunday spin. you know, they're never going to come across those issues, I think.
No, exactly. No, exactly.
But other than that, I have no complaints. I love the thing. It starts, it always, you know, it does what you want it to do.
Yeah.
The brakes standard, but yet they're brilliant, like. The 6-pot Nissans made for that bike, like.
Yeah.
The 3 different diameter pistons.
Yeah.
They're very, very good. The back one's the same as the little Nissan bike for this bike, like. But no, I've never had anything issues with it, like.
What a bike.
Yeah.
You can never tire of looking at it, can you?
Nah, beautiful thing. I mean, as I own it for 20 years, and still when I walk in, like, there's that, and there's the CBX, like, and there's just, life's not so bad. Like.
No, exactly.
When you look at these things, like, I wouldn't sell it because I've had it from new, and because of the changes and, you know, the stories.
Yeah, it's your bike, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'd probably be lucky nowadays to get 6 grand for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I see them on there now, clean original ones, and they're £7,000 and £8,000, like, you know.
That's
So
a lot of
nobody's
bike
going to
for the
give me
money.
that. Yeah.
No.
Nobody's going to give me that for that, like, and
Yeah, because they wanted a dead original one,
They want the
even though
original.
it's not as good.
yeah, that's
So,
that's a better bike.
Yeah,
like.
exactly, yeah. So have
But-
you got anything to add?
No, as I say, it was off the road for a long time, and now that I've got it back on the road, I'm disgusted with myself for leaving it off the road for so long. So I'm delighted to have it back on the
Yeah.
road now, and it sailed through the MOT. Like there was, well, weird thing, it didn't sail through the MOT. The 2 tires were on backwards.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, don't know how that happened. I can't even remember when I put them
No.
on, or
Oh, wow.
you know. But yeah, the tires were backwards, so
Well
it failed on
spotted.
that. But other than that, it went through the MOT, like, after being off the road for what?
Yeah.
Probably 3 years, I suppose.
Brilliant.
2.5. So.
Testament to the quality.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely, lovely thing. So
Well, it's great to see the bike. It's even better to see you.
yeah, we're good again, man.
Can I have a little spin?
You can, of course.
Thank you very much.
Can, of course. I'd be proud to give it to you.
Thank you very much. Well,
Right,
Brendan,
easy.
thanks for bringing it down again.
You're
And
welcome.
hopefully we'll see you. Oh, you've got a few nice little projects tucked away, so maybe we come down and see you again.
Yeah, we've
We
got
won't
one.
say exactly what they are
No,
right now, but
we've
yeah.
got one nearly ready, and another one probably early next year. So
Fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, mate.
Lovely. Cheers, Neevesy. Thank you.
It's so great to be back on the old MV again. I remember it well back in the day when we first got to ride it at Pirelli test track near Malpensa Airport in Milan. It was mind-blowing. It was just something very exciting. Like I said, I'd ridden a lot of the 750s before, and they were just excitement overload, but didn't really have that much power. You know, especially even compared to a GSXR 750. They felt quite kind of strangled. And then this came out, and it was like, wow, when it came out, and with the superbike landscape as it was, with all the R1 and the Blade and the ZX10 and the GSXR 1000 K3 and 4 were dominant at the time, we thought, you know, this is gonna wipe the floor with them. As it turned out, it's maybe a little bit too angry and single-minded to kind of beat them as an all-rounder. On the track, it was pretty close to them, but as a road bike to live with, as you can imagine, it's a bit of a thoroughbred like this was a little bit finicky. Riding it today, the biggest surprise is something Brendan's done for the good. It's got lower foot pegs on it. Still got the standard pegs, but it's got a different bracket. And these things were so cramped. I was a little bit worried about getting on it today. But I shouldn't have been, because these pegs are lovely. But you're right over the front. It's very, very wristy. You know, you can't really even see the tank unless you look right down towards your belly. So yeah, you're right over the front wheel, which is good, gives you lots of feel. Like we said before, those forks are 50mm diameter and like scaffold tubes. You don't get a lot of feel from them or through the chassis, which is very, very stiff. You know, these were the days before frame flex. And two of the best things about the F4, whether it be the 750 or this one or any of the specials that have come out since, is just the way it looks. It was such a great design that it's more or less evolved unchanged from then. And this bike was a long time in the making. You know, it was a 750 before. Ferrari had a hand in developing the engine, which is what the F of the F4 stands for, Ferrari 4-cylinder. Wow, it sounds like one as well. It's got radial valves, which is like a Ferrari Formula 1 tech at the time. And the other thing about this bike is just how amazing it sounds. Wow. Brakes are still amazing. Oh, listen to it bang. Oh. Wow. Oh, you cannot get enough of that noise. Now, this bike came out in 2004. There were some around in dealers. I think they mainly came in 2005. I mean, that was the funny thing with MV at the time. You couldn't really set your watch by them. But when they did come out, wow. And I think this is the most pure of them all. They got faster. MV, as they do, made about 1,000,000,001 different specials. But there's something about this colour scheme, the rawness of the engine, the lack of electronics. Just sensational. Even by today's standards, it handles beautifully. It's very stiff. There's not much compliance in the suspension. It turns nicely. Oh. Just feels like it's got the torque of an HGV. Oh, what could be better than this? Riding this beautiful MV Agusta on these incredible B roads in the summer in England. Wow. Oh, that exhaust note. It's like being followed by an orchestra. Oh. The airbox growl. If this had sander pegs, it would be properly uncomfortable, but the pegs make it much nicer. But you are draped over the front. It's not a bike I'd want to ride for any long period of time, that's for sure. I love the clocks. I love those white-faced MV clocks. Definitely of the time. And a little nod to the modern with its LCD display. You know, it's just got what you want on it. Just your speed and your odometer, engine temperature. Who needs a TFT? Oh. This is a very, very special motorcycle. Well, I'd love to take it on track, that's for sure. You definitely wouldn't do anything wrong. It's hard to fault. Let's just give it a little tickle before I give it back to Brendan. Wow. Well, the title of this video is what makes this bike great. I think there are lots of things that make it great. Just that timeless styling, those 4 quad pipes coming out the back, the noise it makes, just how decadent and extreme it is. It's just an incredible bike to ride. Definitely one of the greatest superbikes. Definitely bedroom wall poster stuff. But I've got to say thanks very much to Brendan for lending it to me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.